Did somebody call a tutor? Well, either way, I'm back. This is Halo Reach Tutor with an encore performance of my tips and tricks videos. This is not a complete comeback. I do want to dedicate this video to all my loyal and generous fans, subscribers, and followers who have convinced me to come back and share another video with you. I'm playing Team Snipers on the map Highlands, and as I go throughout this video, I'm going to be giving you lots of tips and tricks to help you improve your own gameplay. And I'm also going to be covering some of the other reasons that I wanted to share this specific video with you as it progresses. And one of those reasons is that this map Highlands is out of the new Defiant map pack. And so a lot of you have not purchased this map pack yet. If you have not done so, I encourage you to do it. I really like the new maps. Additionally, as I play this map, I move around it quite a bit. So those of you who have purchased it but maybe have not played it enough to be familiar with each area, you're going to be able to become much more familiar with this map as you watch this gameplay, because I move throughout the map a lot. And so it'll be kind of like an introduction for you. If you don't know this map very well yet, you should be able to learn it a little bit more through this gameplay. Now, what I wanted to do with Team Snipers, I wanted to rush all the way across to the other base. I spawned in the red base, and I'm running across the map to the blue base. My intention was to catch the blue players off guard. I was hoping that they'd kind of stay in their base and just try to snipe from there to start the game off, which is exactly what they did do. And so I'm able to sneak over here quickly in the first minute of the game and pick up a couple of easy kills on players who hadn't realized that I came behind enemy lines, and I pick up a couple kills right here to start things off. So this game is going to finish up, the score is going to be 63-64. That's another reason that I chose this specific gameplay. It's going to be a very close game, very competitive. I didn't want to show you something where one team is just blowing the other team out. I had a big team battle game the other day where we won 100 points to 6 points. Not very competitive, so that's not the kind of gameplay I want to show you. I want to show you something that's very close, very tight. Now, anytime you're looking at the points and the stats after a game, what's the number one stat that you need to be looking for? The number one stat is the KD ratio, okay, or the KD spread. If you don't know what that is, that's the number of kills that you earned during the game minus the number of deaths that you gave away, okay? Now, you want to make sure that that number is positive, okay? Anytime that number is positive, that means that you scored more points than you gave away to the other team, okay? And that means you're helping your team win in a Slayer game type anyway. Now, if that KD spread is negative, that means that you died more times than you scored. What that means is that you're basically weighing your opponent, your teammates rather, you're weighing your team down, okay? You're making it difficult for your team to win while you're on the field, okay? So what you want to do after every game, take a look at your KD spread and find out if your KD spread is positive or negative, and make sure that you're doing everything you can to bump that KD spread up until it's positive most of the time. Now, everybody has bad games, and as you play throughout, you play a bunch of games, you're going to go negative sometimes, but you want to go positive as often as you can. In this particular game, I went plus 20. I had 27 kills and 7 deaths. So, that's very satisfactory, more than satisfactory. That's excellent. In fact, if you can go any time you can get double digits in your KD spread, you're doing a good job. All right. So that's another reason I wanted to show you this video, is so that you can see, how important it is to have that positive kill-death spread. It's especially important considering the teammates that I had. I'm not going to look them up, but I think, I had one other teammate who did very well. I think he was 19 and 14 or something, which is decent. He was plus 5. The rest of my team was a combined for negative 26. So I really didn't have a lot of support from my team. I basically had to carry my team with a little bit of support from one other teammate. So that's something else that I just want to tell you the background of this video. So one general tip that I want to give you about this about Halo in general, you'll see as I run around the map, I'm staying to the perimeter, okay? You want to think of each map kind of like a donut, whether it's a square donut or a round donut. You want to stay in the donut part and stay out of the donut hole, okay? The donut hole is where you're going to die a lot of times, and if you stay around the perimeter or the donut portion, you're going to have a lot better angles, okay? So you'll notice that I never ever venture into the center of this map. I keep walking around the edges. Now, because it's team snipers, you're going to need to be very aware of the lines of sight, okay? You don't want to be in an area that's very exposed, especially. The same thing applies in SWAT, because if you're out in the open, you're exposed, you're bound to get sniped sooner or later, okay? So that's another important reason to stay near the perimeters. So another important thing that you need to keep in mind when you're playing Halo is teamwork is going to win over skill almost every time, okay? If you're working together as a team, you can beat just about anybody who's not working together as a team, okay? Even if the players on the opposing team are far more talented and skilled than you and your teammates, you'll still win more games than them if you play together as a team. Unfortunately, we weren't doing a lot of that here, but I was running towards my opponents and trying to back them up as much as possible. I wasn't playing with any friends, so it's difficult to communicate with one another. My teammates weren't really talking to me. However, you can still watch for your teammates' tags and try to avenge their deaths or help them out if they appear to be in trouble. Now, one thing I'll point out here is as soon as I died, I'm running right back to the same spot, because a lot of times when you're killed, you have the advantage because you know where your opponents are going to be. Okay, I knew that my opponents were right over here in this tunnel where I was just killed, so I come back and I avenge my death pretty easily. This guy never even gets a shot off on me. In fact, he thought I was coming from the other direction. You see, he turned around and chucked a grenade away from me because he thought I was coming from the other direction. So a lot of times you can pick up a really easy kill if you rush back to the same spot you were killed and try to avenge your death. With that same thing in mind, you don't want to allow other people to avenge their deaths on you, okay? So if you kill somebody, don't hang around and wait for them to come back and kill you. A lot of people ask me about animated assassinations. I just pulled one off right there. They're a lot of fun. They're really gratifying. You need to be careful, however, if it's a close game, very competitive, you may not want to go for the animated assassination because there's a good chance you're going to get yoinked or that you're going to get show-stopped, and that's bad news, okay? So normally I just go for the quick, non-animated assassinations, and the difference between the two is the quick assassination, you just quickly tap the assassination button and you'll get the quick assassination. If you press and hold the assassination button, then you're going to get that long drawn out assassination. And sometimes, you know, you intend to do one assassination and you get the other, or vice versa, but as a general rule, the animated assassinations are great. I love them. They're a lot of fun, but also they can be dangerous. I had one friend who went 14-0. He needed another kill to get his perfection. Last kill of the game, he was pulling off an animated assassination. He got yoinked and denied the perfection. And that's just one example of things that happen if you go for the animation. So just a word of caution to all of you who are watching. So you'll see, again, on Team Snipers, it's important to continue to move around a lot. You'll see this guy's not moving at all. I get a real easy headshot there. I have a lot of time to line up the shot. And that is the case with snipers. You want to be moving around continually, okay? You never want to stand in one place unless it's perhaps to line up a shot quickly if you know what shot you're trying to take. So here, you can see I'm trying to line up the shot. I'm not moving my body quite a bit. But as soon as I take the shot, I move out of that area because I don't want that player to come back and avenge me. Now over on the roof of that building across the way, that's actually a pretty good sniping position. I don't go up there in this gameplay, but I have been going up there more and more in my other games, especially if I get the sniper rifle. That's a great place to snipe from. Now there I'll point out a really good tactic that I used. Anytime you know you're going down, you're about to die, make sure you chuck a grenade last thing you do. You're going to pick up a ton of kills that way and really increase your KD spread, okay? Because if you think about it, if you're going out there getting all these kills and every time you die, if you chuck a grenade and get one more kill, you're always going to have a positive KD spread, okay? It's as simple as that. So anytime you're going down, you know you're going to die, pick up that, chuck that grenade in there and try to pick up one last kill before you go down. It works very often. Alright, so here I'm just trying to pick up a couple shots on these guys who are up there by the waterfall. Very difficult to get a shot here. I have a very narrow window and they're just kind of passing through that window quickly. However, I get a really great shot through the trees there. Did you see that? All I had was the indicator above that player's head, and I was able to get the 2-shot kill there. Very, very nice. You know, even if you can't see your opponents, a lot of times you can use their tags to finish them off. I want to give you a couple of tips specifically for Highlands. I'm at the blue base now. Red base is on the other side. I really prefer the blue base over the red base by a long shot, and I'll tell you why in a couple of minutes. But first I want to identify the teleporters that are here and explain how the teleporters work, because there's several teleporters on Highlands, and you want to know how to use them effectively and how to use teleporters in general effectively. So there's a teleporter up here by the waterfall, and after I got the kill, I wanted to go through the teleporter so that that player wouldn't come back and try to find me and avenge his death. I was able to actually surprise a player on the other side of the teleporter, killed him, went back through over to the waterfall. Now, that's something you need to keep in mind about the teleporters, is that it's very easy to be surprised. If you're standing anywhere near a teleporter, you need to be very aware of what's going on. You need to continually be looking around you. You need to continually be checking your radar if you have one. It's very dangerous to hang out around a teleporter for an extended period of time, because anybody could pop out of that thing and kill you very easily. On the other hand, if you do go through the teleporter, you need to be very careful about people who are camping at teleporters, okay? Because a lot of people will just camp at the teleporter with a shotgun or a rocket launcher or just about anything, and they'll just wait for you to come out of the teleporter, and then they'll assassinate you or kill you or grenade you or do a lot of terrible things. So you need to be very, very cautious about going through a teleporter. What I do as a general rule, if I'm thinking about going through a teleporter, I know for a fact where that teleporter is going to let out, okay? And I'll look on the map, on that part of the map where the teleporter lets out, and if I see my teammates in that general area, I know it's probably safe to proceed through the teleporter because my teammates are on the other side. However, if there's like an empty space there and I have no clue what is on the other side of that teleporter, I will not walk through it, okay? Or very rarely will I do so. So here, you know, I feel pretty safe. I go through the teleporter, and in this map you can go back and forth between the building on the far side where I just was and the waterfall. That teleporter works 2 directions. Now in each base, I don't go through the teleporters on this gameplay, but there are a teleporter in each of the bases that will teleport you to different places. I'm going to have to let you figure out exactly where those teleporters are and where they take you. But those teleporters that are in the bases only work one direction, okay? Now here, I'll only point out I'm standing in the teleporter, so nobody can come through it while I'm standing in it. I'm getting all reloaded, ready to go, and as soon as I leave the teleporter, I figure they're going to be chasing me. And sure enough, 2 guys chase me through the teleporter. As soon as I leave, I lob grenades at them. I am able to pick up 1 killing spree and get out of there with, you know, with my life intact, and hopefully come back and kill this guy. I figured he'd chase me, but I couldn't really find him. He's hiding down here thinking I'm going to come back the other way. So I'm able to pick up the second guy as well. So if you're standing in a teleporter exit, know that players cannot come through the teleporter the other way, okay? Okay, so on any map and just about any game type, it's very important to know where the power weapons spawn and to run and grab those power weapons as soon as possible, so you can gain an advantage over your opponents. Of course, this is Team Snipers, there's no weapons spawning anywhere, but let me tell you where they typically would spawn on Highlands so that when you play this map, you can run for them. Here at the base of the base, at the entrance on the first floor, there is a needle rifle, and on the roof is the sniper rifle. On the side opposite of the base where I am now is the rocket launcher. A little bit further down is the teleporter and the DMR spawn as well. You have the same setup in both bases, okay? If you go through the teleporter in either base, you're going to end up very near to the shotgun. So if you like the shotgun, run through the teleporter in either base and you're going to be staring straight at the shotgun. You can't miss it. There's also a couple frag grenades next to the shotgun. There are a couple vehicles in either base. Typically you have a warthog in each base as well as a couple of mongooses. Then also on the map, but not in the bases, there's a pair of ghosts, okay? One on either side of the map in the center of the map. One below the waterfall then one on the other side in the building, on the ground floor of the building. Now, just above those ghosts are the anti-vehicle weapons. There's a Spartan laser up here. This little rock on my right, the Spartan laser spawns just at the base of that rock. If you were to go through the teleporter across the map, you come out of the teleporter, hang a left, and the plasma grenade launcher is sitting right there on the second level of the building, as well as along with a pair of sticky grenades. So those are the power weapons and vehicles on the map, for your future reference when you're playing on a different game type. Well, I want to thank you all for watching today. I hope that you're able to pick up a couple tips and tricks along the way. If not, if you have some tips and tricks of your own, please leave those in the comments to help out other viewers. I hope that, if nothing else, you got really excited about Halo Reach, and especially Highlands and the Defiant map pack. It's really a lot of fun. I want to thank, again, all my dedicated viewers and fans. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this encore performance. This is Halo Reach Tutor signing out. I'll see you around.